no one on the internet understands what an opinion is.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this before.
Yeah, I realized that after getting into a couple of arguments online, which I'm trying not to do anymore, but I just can't help it sometimes.
Alex is a recovering tweetaholic.
That's very true. One argument was about healthcare, and basically Joe Biden tweeted like, healthcare is a human right, and I was like, yeah, bet. Support Medicare for all then. But yeah, of course there were all kinds of fights in the comments, and I replied to one thing and I was like, hey, maybe we should have healthcare for everyone because it's like the right thing to do. Maybe people shouldn't go into medical bankruptcy. Maybe people just deserve to be kept alive. You know, maybe. And then yeah, there was a reply from someone that was like, the Constitution doesn't guarantee healthcare as a right. And besides, most people don't want the government to take over healthcare. Socialized medicine is bad and everyone thinks so. And then someone else replied with a study, a poll that was just done, that showed that most Americans, something like 75%, I think, are in favor of Medicare for all, even if it means taking away private insurance and replacing it.
Yeah.
And this person that was like, socialized medicine is bad, all that they had to respond to that was like, lol, you keep thinking that. I had another interaction, and this time it was in the Instagram comments of Uber Facts. They, if you don't know, they post a lot of like fun facts about stuff. They posted about how in Germany they have a lot of laws on the books that crack down on basically Nazi shit. If you do Nazi shit, it's bad in the eyes of the law. They have certain measures in place to kind of not
deal with that.
not let people
to
do Nazi
the
shit.
Nazi.
Like, it's not like, you're not supposed to, like, obviously, like, regular hate speech stuff. You're not supposed to do, like, you're also not supposed to basically, like, deny the Holocaust publicly. Like, you're not supposed to be like, well, the Jews control everything and they made up the Holocaust so they could get our sympathy. And I guess millions of people just faked having their parents killed in front of them. Millions of people just decided collectively, yeah, I'm going to starve myself and tattoo a serial number on my arm so everyone believes that I was actually in a concentration camp.
Alex, those are crisis actors.
Oh, of course. But anyway, people were arguing in the comments like, well, it's their opinion if they want to believe that the Holocaust didn't happen.
I hate that so fucking much.
That's not what an opinion is.
An opinion is your feelings towards something. A fact is something that is, like, proven and, like, in stone. Like, this is a fact. Like, this computer right here, it was yours and you gave it to me. That is a fact. This computer has Linux, which is the worst thing. That's an opinion.
Right. And an opinion is something that you feel like. You can have an opinion on pizza toppings.
Yeah. I like pineapples on pizza. It's a fact I like pineapples on pizza. It's a fact that it's my opinion that pineapple should be on pizza.
Yeah. It's an opinion that pineapple is good or bad on pizza, depending on what side of the fence you fall on.
Yeah.
Now, it's not a valid opinion to say that pineapple doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's just a lie.
That's a fact. You can be right or wrong about it. An opinion, you can't prove or disprove it. It's just something that you feel.
Yeah.
The Holocaust happening or not happening, which it did happen. That's something that has been proven, and it's not just something that you feel in your heart.
Like,
and I feel like so many people don't realize, like, just how it works having an opinion.
Yeah. And there's certain things where there is no like fact on it yet. For example, like whether or not there is a god or if aliens are real or stuff, because there's no like set in stone like physical evidence for either of those things. So technically, whether or not you believe in those is an opinion, but those could be made fact if certain information comes to light.
I wouldn't even consider that an opinion. Like,
well, I would.
You
like,
can have the opinion. You can have the opinion that God is good, or having a God rule the universe would be good. Whether or not there is a God or gods, it's a fact that we just don't know. We don't know if it's true or false.
Yeah, and I say that's the fact, but I'd say it's people's opinions on whether or not they believe it is real or not. Like, because they feel like, I feel this is real, or I feel this isn't real. Until it is proven fact, it is not a fact yet. It's just kind of a question up in the air. Whereas the Holocaust did happen, there's enough accounts to prove it. There's an entire country that definitely can tell you that it's real.
Yeah.
Israel.
Germany and Israel.
Yeah. No, I was mostly pointing out Israel because, like...
Yeah.
They got that country and the war that's currently being fought over it because of the Holocaust. Like, that's the whole thing that happened. There's an entire conflict that branched off because of the Holocaust. If the Holocaust didn't happen, then I guess there's no fight on the Gaza Strip. I guess the Pakistanis still live in Israel, and there's no Israelites there either. That's all just fake.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about like the things that people are willing to believe versus like the things that they're not willing to believe.
Someone will believe that a president is an alien lizard shapeshifter, but they can't fathom the idea that vaccines don't cause autism. Oh yeah, a lizard pedophile, alien shapeshifter. But the idea that that a shot is good for you, that's bad for that's the fake part. Or that someone could like a member of the same sex. That's too much. That's against nature.
Or like Christians that don't believe in the moon landing, like
yeah, that's
we couldn't possibly ever go to the moon, but a guy walked on water.
Yeah. Or like they'll say that the Democrats are all these like subterranean lizard monster shapeshifter people. Like that's a thing I always bring up because it's the most common one. The Democrats are lizard people. That's what they always say. And the moon landing was fake. That's unbelievable. How could we land a plane on the moon?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I just remembered
there's lizards in the planet though. They live inside the ground you stand on.
Yeah, I remember now what the context was when we were talking about it earlier. When we were talking about earlier, we were saying like people believe that like politicians are robot lizard pedophile wizards from space, but they just can't wrap their mind around the concept that Americans want healthcare.
Oh yeah. A basic human right in countries that like literally remove them every Tuesday.
Yeah. Like you were saying earlier, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia is one of the countries that has like the most like harsh and cruel justice system and some of the most like ridiculous laws regarding like human rights. And yet it still has healthcare. It has free healthcare for its people.
Yeah,
they recognize
North Korea
that as a
can
basic
do free
human right.
universal healthcare.
The country
fucking
that
Russia can do universal healthcare, but we can't. We can't afford it.
Yeah, Russia can do it. I mean,
the
that's
countries
a good
that we
point.
bomb can do universal healthcare, but we can't afford it. I guess because we're too busy bombing them.
Yeah.
I mean, we're the reason that they need healthcare, and they get universal healthcare, but we can't. We can't do it for ourselves.
Well, how else do we pay for those big bombs?
Oh, you're right.
I'm like completely convinced. I think tax money just goes straight into the military.
Well, yeah, it's
like
a demonstrable fact. something like 55% of the discretionary budget goes towards the military.
I don't like my tax money going into stuff I don't believe in.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish that we had a different system for declaring war. As it is right now, ever since Bush declared the so-called war on terror, the president can just start a conflict with whatever country they want, as long as they can say they're a threat to national security. They don't even it doesn't even have to be true. They just have to say it. When before you'd have to like get everyone to vote on it. I just think it should be a direct ballot initiative. The American people should decide what their tax money goes towards.
What our sons are going to go towards. You forget, the Republicans and the Democrats weren't too keen on automated, offensive capabilities. They don't like the idea of drones doing the killing. They want people over there doing the killing.
Well, I don't know about that. We wouldn't have such a robust drone program if that was true.
Yeah, but even though that drone program is constantly getting under scrutiny for being used, and personally, I'm all for it.
It's under scrutiny by the American people. The government, the military itself is not. They don't have any problems with it. Whatever allows them to efficiently drop more bombs, they're on board with, because it gets them more money from the defense contractors who make the bombs.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole circle. It's a whole circle of corruption.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I got, though, is with the drones and everything, I feel better with those than sending kids over there to fight, basically.
Well, yeah, if you only think of it from the perspective of the American, doing it. But I mean, we're still using those drones to bomb weddings and kill.
Oh yeah.
By the government's accounts, 90% civilians.
Yeah, and that's uncalled for and completely unjustifiable. It's there's a way to do it, and the way they're doing it isn't the right way.
We shouldn't even be we shouldn't even be attacking other countries the way that we are.
Oh yeah, no, it's just it's all just for fucking resources, probably oil or whatever.
It is.
We'll say it's for something else, but that's just for the propaganda machine.
Well, yeah, the excuse is always we're spreading democracy, right?
We're spreading entrails is what we're doing.
Somehow bombing a Syrian wedding is spreading democracy. We can't even spread democracy in our own country.
I mean, you got a point. Maybe we just need to bomb a few of our own cities.
Yeah, then we'd get some democracy. I would just like to clarify that we are not advocating for bombing American cities.
This is a joke to the FBI agents listening to me right now.
Yeah, to the NSA, because I know you listen to our podcast. I would just like to say that everything that we have said up to this point is false unless you like it. In that case, we wholeheartedly believe it. But if you have a negative reaction to anything we say, just know that we love you.
And the thing.
Don't get me wrong, the second we start getting money from any of those industries, I will become an all-out shill. Bills gotta be paid, brother.
Oh, god damn it. What if we secretly started funneling that money into terrorist groups and have this vicious cycle? It's they're so well armed. How is this happening? I don't know. Maybe if you give me some more money, we could find out.
I'm pretty sure that's how it actually works.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Most of the time, the people we're attacking are people we funded ourselves.
Like most issues, it's just like in Star Wars.
Basically.